computer science can be very challenging. University of Georgia is you can't have any arrears or backlogs in your undergraduation. The core courses are very important. Core courses very hard compared to advanced courses here. We also have many assistantship opportunities. For your graduate itself, we have career fairs every semester. I don't have to pay anything for transportation. Good experience is that you get to live on your own. Indian food is very bad in Athens if you want to go outside and eat Indian food. Think of opportunities first if you want to take non-thesis or thesis, because many confusing factors confuse you a lot.
Hey guys, welcome to College Dunia Study Abroad. This is Varun, and today we have Sravani with us. Sravani is pursuing her Master's in Computer Science at University of Georgia. Hi Sravani.
Hi.
Sravani, can you introduce yourself to our viewers and talk about your background a bit?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me. So hi guys, I'm Sravani and I'm from Hyderabad. I've done my undergraduation in the Sri Institute of Science and Technology with a GPA of 8.3. Not that it matters, but yeah.
But still, it's a good GPA, it will help.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully it helps. So I've graduated in 2021 and I've joined Masters in 2022 fall. So I've worked in TCS for 1 year as a Java developer. So this is me.
That's nice. So, why did you choose University of Georgia?
Well, while I was searching for universities, there were three factors that I kept in my mind. First thing is the course curriculum. So I know that computer science can be very challenging, but at the same time, it should also be very good. It should be engaging process. So the University of Georgia offers a very good curriculum. So it has divided into two factors. One is core and another is advanced subject. And if you're doing non-thesis like me, you have a project as well at the end of the, before you graduate.
Okay.
So that was a catch point for my thing.
That's nice.
And
so is it like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, please, that's okay.
No, is it like, when you mentioned about the project, is it like, just like in India, the final semester as a project or something like that, or you can do it anytime?
Not really. You can just do it in the last 2 semesters or just last semester of your before your graduation. So you just have to work under a professor doing what if they have a problem statement, they will give you one, or you just if you have anything you want to solve, you can just give it to them. They might consider it.
Okay, and go ahead. You had the second reason.
So second thing is the professors. So most of the professors I've seen here have similar work interest as of mine, and they mostly work on AI and robotics, machine learning. Not that there are other things also, but this is my interesting factor. So I've decided to join this university because of that. And third is the assistantship, which we all need, desperately needed, because tuition fee is very bad here.
We should talk more about that. Soon we'll get to that point. Which other universities did you apply for? How many more universities you applied and how many admits did you get?
So I applied for 4 more universities and I got into all of them. So one of them is George Mason, University of Cincinnati, and University of Florida, and the other one is University of Dayton.
That's nice. You got all of it, and I think this was your priority, and that's why.
Yeah, this was my priority. Yeah.
That's nice. So did you give any GRE, TOEFL, IELTS?
Yes, I gave my GRE in the year 2020. I scored 316 out of 340.
Okay, that's nice. Okay.
And then I gave my IELTS. I scored 7 out of 10 on
that's
9.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. So, what is the criteria for University of Georgia, the GRE and the IELTS? Any idea about it?
So honestly speaking, I don't think they require GRE here. It's just a factor. We just have to you just need to write it just for the English. IELTS is just for English. They just need to know that you know English. That's all.
Capable of it.
Yeah, you're capable of writing it. So I think that is all. But the one thing about University of Georgia is you can't have any arrears or backlogs in your undergraduation. You can't have any, so then you're not qualified for an application or anything. That's one.
And I'm assuming the other ones are SOP and LORs.
One restriction. Yeah, I'm thinking more of SOP than LORs, because they really look at it and they really want to know why do you want to join? Why do you want only to do that particular course?
So like, how did you manage your SOP and LORs? Like, were the LORs professional or academic or like a mix of both? Can you talk a bit about that?
So my LORs, from one of them was from my HOD, head of the department. So he was my lecturer in 2 classes, and so basically he knows me like personally also. So I've written more about myself and also the projects I did under him. So it's mix of both professional and personal.
Okay.
But the other 2 were like strictly like what I've learned in my undergraduation. What did I do?
Okay,
what
academic.
I'm capable of doing. Academic,
okay.
yeah.
That's nice. So in SOP, like on section basis, can you tell me like what did you talk about? I know it's more about you, but generally on a structured wise, like can you tell like what all you mentioned?
Yeah.
Like bullet points.
Yeah,
sure.
In the first part, I spoke about why I joined. Why do I want to do computer science? And then next were what did I do so that I'm eligible to do that? Why am I interested in it? And what did I do in the past so that, that master's will help me do this?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And at last, it was just about my club activities, my projects, more like, just my academics at the end.
Okay.
So
that's
the
nice.
major part was why computer science, and then what do I want to do in computer science?
So basically like your future goals and why this university, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mostly like that, yes.
So can you talk a bit more about the course structure? Like how is the course structure at University of Georgia, like MS Computer Science?
So basically you have non-thesis, thesis and PhD. So all the students are supposed to take core courses, which are like divided into 3 buckets. So each you need to do 1 course from each bucket to qualify.
Okay.
So it's so that's the core courses, and advanced subjects you don't need to like take any particular one. You can just take your area of interest like cybersecurity or like machine learning or artificial intelligence or decision making, anything. So it's like that. But the core courses are very important, and I honestly find core courses very hard compared to advanced courses here, because the course is in such a way that it's very challenging and engaging at the same time.
Yep, that's what is needed, I guess. That's what keeps you working for that.
Yes.
So what was the
you need to work every day.
Yeah, that's true. That's totally true. In masters, that's very much expected, I guess. I feel like it's easier compared to like when for us Indians, like compared to the Indian curriculum, it might be a little easier, but at the same time, it is way different from what we used to do.
Way different. Yeah, exactly. It's not about the course. It's the division of the course. Like how it is.
Exactly.
So it's like a new day.
Yeah, it's like a new way of learning. But yeah, that's some good information. So what is the fee structure like? Like, did you have any scholarship, and like what fee is it at University of Georgia?
So basically in INR, I would say it's I paid 9 lakhs for the first semester. Mm-hmm. So it's like I took 9 credits, so I paid 9 lakhs for it.
Approximately. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
actually we
1200 per credit.
Lots. Yeah, it's approximately 1200 per credit. And then we also have many assistantship opportunities, but then we're more inclined to thesis and PhD students more than non-thesis. I would say that. But non-thesis students do still have an opportunity to get them. It's just that we have to show the professor why we are so interested in it. Yeah.
So any scholarships? Did you have any scholarships, or like how good is the university in terms of giving scholarships to the students?
I would say it's more than scholarships. It's all about assistantships. You have TA, RA, and GA. So they're very you have many opportunities to get these. So there are many offers. Like I know many of my friends who got TAs and RS in the first semester itself.
That's interesting. Yeah, so is it fully funded?
Yeah, it's fully funded. You don't have to pay. You just have to pay your health insurance premium. That's all. It's fully funded. And then it depends on the hours. Yeah,
that's really interesting.
Yeah, you can just apply for any assistantship before you even join your first semester here. You can just apply after you get an admit.
Are there any portals? Are there any portals or something for that, or we directly just mail the professors and ask for a TA and RA?
So basically, there on the UGA website you can find the TA and RA applications. You can just fill that out and then you can just mail the professor of your interest. Sometimes, most of the times they ignore, but it's just that you can just tell them your interest.
Yeah.
It is how it is.
I'm sorry, but guys, just a heads up, TA means teaching assistantship and RA means research assistantship that we do under a professor. But yeah, go ahead. We just started with the abbreviations, but I thought we have to.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So, are you working? Are you doing any part-time jobs right now?
Yeah. So, University of Georgia offers many part-times all over the campus. So you don't have to worry about not getting any part-time or not having a proper pay. So I'm working in dining at the moment. There's 5 dining commons in University of Georgia. It's on campus. So I'm working there temporarily for the moment. So it pays $11 an hour.
Okay.
And as you know, you can just work for 20 hours a week.
So what are the future prospects of this course? I know MS in computer science, it's really vast. So I want to understand what are the future prospects of this course, and does the university help you in finding a job, by any events or career fairs or connecting to the companies in some way? Can you talk a bit more about that, after the graduation?
Yeah, so before you graduate itself, we have career fairs every semester. That's one good thing. So we just had a career fair last month.
Okay.
Yeah, so there are career fairs every semester, and there's actually a career center in University of Georgia that helps out, people students, how to make their resume, how to reach out to the employers via LinkedIn, or any other platform per se.
Okay.
So it's really helpful for us because we don't know. As we students are from India, so we don't know how to actually talk to people.
Yeah, we are more habituated to that placement culture where companies come and talk to us.
Where companies come and take you. So it's difficult for us to understand that. So there is actually a career center here that helps you with your resume and actually how to talk to the employer and actually how to bag a job or an internship.
That's interesting. That's really nice. Yeah. So what is the probability of a MS/CS student getting a job after graduating from University of Georgia?
That's really hard to say.
You must be seeing it. It's been a semester for you, I guess. You started in August 2022, so at least one of the batches you should have seen.
Yeah, they did. They all did graduate, and most of them did get jobs. And the others are obviously still trying, but they did get few jobs, not the job they are looking for, obviously.
Yeah. Well, we can't blame it, given this current
given the recession,
that unofficial kind of recession. I think if they're still getting jobs, that's a really, really good result, I guess.
Yeah, they did get jobs that.
But is this recession affecting too much for the students at University of Georgia? Or is the university helping them?
So basically, the professors here have connections to the companies because they're most of the professors here are very huge. They have hundreds of citations and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's so they do have some tie-ups with the companies. They do know who are the employers, but they do give to the potential students, not to everyone. So you really have to prove your worth here.
You
really have to
start
prove
working.
Your worth here.
Start working hard from day one.
Day one, yeah. You have to like show them why do you deserve it. It's more like how, not like how you do it. But
Agreed.
it's like, why do you need to do it?
So what are the average salaries that we can expect when a student graduates from your course?
Around 80K.
Around 80. Oh, that's still a good
around
number.
80K.
So that's a ballpark number, you would say.
I mean, I've seen like one student who got that, so I'm just like telling what he got. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, but still, I think that's an
others.
average. As far as I know, most of the states, I think for a software job these days, I think 80K is a good number. So yeah, I think
it's a good number. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah.
So any idea about like which companies hire hire most of the students from your university? Like for every university, there might be some company which hires like many people, right? So
many people.
Do you know any companies as such for University of Georgia?
I mean, I've seen Capgemini and NCR at the recent career fair. So they were offering like full-time positions to the students. So I would say these both are like at the top. Okay. And the others were pretty good too. It's not like they're taking in a bulk, but then yet it's still a good position. Yeah. Okay.
So there are some companies that actually hire good amount of people. That's a good sign, because we know which to target or which to keep in mind while applying. So there is a huge probability of getting a job there. And unlike India, here we can have many number of job offers and then we can choose one. In India, it's like you get one, you go for
it's that. It's the placement system in India.
Yeah, that's so true. So, well, that's a lot about our course and university. Well, let's talk about your experience. So, what was your first experience like when you reached US and your university? Like, how was it?
So,
your first impression.
University of Georgia is in a small town. It's called Athens. So, it's basically a university town. So, it's always like, like a very good vibe with college students, and it's always about college activities. There are many students all on the road. Downtown is pretty like big, and the football team, I can't stress about it. The football team is huge here.
Well, here football is a big game. It's a huge game. Yep. Yeah. US is how we have cricket. US has football.
And
which is not played by foot again.
That is true. Yeah. I agree with that. It's so weird.
Yep.
So we also did win championship last month. Sorry.
That's nice.
So downtown was like on fire that day. It was full of parties and So it's a college vibe thing. Students are like everywhere. So it's amazing to be here.
So from the day you have landed there, it was full of vibrant and amazing student life experience. Huh?
Yeah, it's always vibrant, and then it's always the same thing. Like one student has exams, so everyone has exams. So we're all in study mode, and when we're partying, we're actually partying outside.
So it's the university culture over there.
It's a university culture more than city thing.
How is the Indian community there? Is there any good number of like a huge number of Indians there, or like how's the community?
Oh yeah, we actually have an Indian Student Association here. They actually help with where to look for place to stay, and they do host events, and then which is pretty good actually. There are a huge number of Indians here, so we all get together. There's good food, and then they bring in their own culture, because it's not just Hyderabad, it's Mumbai, Delhi, everywhere. Yeah. So they bring in their own culture. It's so good to know all that.
So, is the university diverse enough, or like, many universities in US right now are like too much of Indians, too less of other people type, especially in IT courses like computer science and IT courses. So what is your take on that? Like, do you see the same situation in University of Georgia?
Well, I would say so. If I say there are 70 students, there are probably 50 students Indians here. So 20 students are like from everywhere.
Okay.
So I don't know. The intake is pretty huge here. I don't know what else to say to this.
It's become a recent trend. I
think
feel
it's
many people from India started
coming. Many people from India for computer science. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Then I think I should assume even University of Georgia is in the same path. All right. So let's talk.
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. So let's talk about your living situation. So, how are you managing your living, your accommodation, and all? Let's talk about this. How did you find your accommodation?
So, like I said, the Indian Student Association, they helped me. So this is the place where most of the Indians live, and there's an actually international market nearby. So we get all our groceries and stuff. So that is how they told me. But there are Indians all over the town. It's not like they're just here. They're all over the town.
Yeah. But your goal was Indian Student Association, I guess. Yeah,
because I didn't know anything. So they've been here for like so long. So I just trusted them with this.
Oh, so you didn't know anyone in the university before you started?
Not really. No, I didn't know anyone here.
So yeah, then that when that is a situation, the best people to reach out is Indian Student Association. At least it's a reliable resource. That's true. That's
exactly.
You went in the proper protocol path. But so how are you managing your expenses? So you said you started working, right? I mean, like, you're already working part-time, right? Like, what are you earning?
So I would say around 800 I would earn per month.
Per month.
So it's like, my rent goes like 400. Around 400, and my other grocery stuff goes like to like 150, depending like how much I eat. And that month it's always different because I have different moods.
You can never keep a cap. You can never keep a cap on food. Food is love.
Groceries,
food is obviously love.
I can't. Yeah, exactly. And since I came here, I've been craving Indian food a lot, so I just can't keep a cap on it.
And Indian food is pretty expensive in US.
Yeah, it is so expensive. So just we start cooking at home. So I can't just like put a point on it.
That's true. So what other expenses apart from rent, groceries, and how much are you paying for your bills, like electricity and everything? Is it included in the rent?
Yeah, no. Basically, so it's a student housing where I live. So they deduce $30. It's since it's student housing, they just deduce $30 of the total electricity bill we get. Okay. So I would say it's approximately I pay around $30, 30 to 35 per month.
And free Wi-Fi and everything.
Yeah, Wi-Fi and everything is included in the rent. Yeah.
And your phone bills and all come into separate expenses, I guess. So if we keep going on this, it's gonna take too many of the items to list out. So let me ask you this: what is a ballpark number that you would say for your expenses by the end of the month? Like, let's say last month, like how much did you spend completely total? You going out, chilling out, everything.
I would say 670, 680. Yeah.
Okay, let's put a $50-$60 buffer, and let's say around 700 to 750 would be enough to live there.
Yeah, live
for a student.
Here. I mean, it's not on campus, and this is the cheapest. Like off campus, yeah.
And do you stay near to the campus or a little far from the campus?
So it's 20 minutes from the campus where I stay, but there's the free bus service here, like I said. Okay. So there are buses like for every hour on the weekdays, so it's not really like I don't have to pay anything for transportation. That's the thing.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah. That's actually a good thing. In US, public transport is a big mess in every state, so it's actually a good benefit.
Yeah, that's a good one actually. Yeah, we don't have to pay anything. It's Athens Transit takes care of it. So we just
Uh-huh.
take the bus and come back by evening. That's all.
That's nice. Like, would you like to share a good experience and a bad experience from your whole study abroad till, like, from August 2022 to till now? Like, anything that you would remember till it. I know it's just a start, but yeah.
So good experience is that you get to live on your own. That's first, like, this is my first time living by myself, so I'm
Being
loving it.
independent.
I
Okay.
Yeah, I love my
Welcome to
roommates.
adulthood.
Yeah. So finding roommates is a big thing, but I
Yeah.
found my roommates. They're amazing. I love them. I just have pretty good time with them.
That's nice. That's lucky as well, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, they keep saying that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully
And
it's
any
true.
bad experience?
Bad experiences. I don't know. I mean, it's a
Anything.
struggle,
Like,
I would say. It's still
since
a
the
struggle.
moment you landed in US till now.
I would say the
Anything.
food. I would say the food. For Indian food is very bad in Athens. If you want to go outside and eat Indian food,
Got it.
yeah,
Okay.
it's so
Got it.
bad here. And then also, I'm not a big fan of this bland food. Oh God, I just can't eat without salt and pepper.
It's Yep, I got it.
Yeah, so
That's so
I
true.
would say, and I'm a vegetarian, so I would say food is a bad thing for me. I just can't.
If you're a vegetarian, then I would say first all the best.
Yeah,
Second thing I would
know.
advise you,
That's,
if you ever get a time, go to Dallas. You'll definitely find some good Indian food.
yeah, I know.
So
I
yeah,
just, wow.
yeah. So
I've been
any
there.
advice?
It's so great. Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, you've been there. Then you would know.
Yeah,
Very
I've
well.
been there. Yeah.
All right. So any advice for the students who are planning to pursue masters at University of Georgia, or like the US itself? Like, what are your advices for the aspirants?
So think of opportunities first if you want to take non-thesis or thesis, because many confusing factors confuse you a lot. And then if you're taking non-thesis, just apply for TA or RA or anything. Just apply for it. People will tell you won't get it. Just apply for it. You will get it. If you have it, if you have a very good chance. Even if you don't get it, even if you you can just work under the professor for a semester, and the next semester you will get it. It's all just you taking the charge. So just apply for it, and you'll be good.
I totally agree with that. Max to max, what will happen? You'll get rejected. That's it. So that's so true.
Exactly. They'll just tell you no. You can just apply again. It's fine.
That's
just
a really good advice. I would say that's a really great advice, and everyone should definitely follow that. And
yeah, just apply for it, guys. No one cares. Just apply for it.
Yep. Well, it was really nice talking to you. Like, thanks for giving your time and sharing your experience with our viewers as well. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me, guys.
Okay. Bye-bye.